The Bucks have two superstars in Damian Lillard and Giannis, but they fell short last year in the playoffs, losing to a young Pacers team. Today, we'll take a deep dive into why the Bucks struggled last season and explore how they're addressing those issues to come back stronger next year. From changes in coaching and chemistry to new additions to the roster, we'll break down what went wrong and what the Bucks are doing to ensure a more successful campaign next season. Now, let's get into it.
Mama, there goes that man.
We have to start with why last season was unsuccessful for the Bucks, and there were a lot of factors at play. Injuries and inconsistent play led to an early playoff exit, despite being one of the favorites early in the year. Let's start in the summer of 2023, where one of the biggest trades in the NBA took place. The Bucks traded for Damian Lillard. In many people's minds, this move instantly propelled them back into championship contention. Lillard's scoring ability and clutch playmaking are expected to complement Giannis perfectly, creating a dynamic duo that makes the Bucks more dangerous than ever before. Last season, the addition of Damian Lillard to the Bucks didn't change the outcome as expected, and there were several reasons for that. First, let's focus on Dame himself and how he regressed more than many anticipated. Lillard, known as one of the best scorers and three-point shooters in the league, averaged an incredible 32 points with Portland the season before the trade, with stellar efficiency. A drop-off in stats was expected when joining a team with a superstar like Giannis, but his shot opportunities should have been easier due to the added talent and spacing. However, Dame averaged just 24 points with the Bucks, shooting at a lower efficiency. His regression can be attributed to a few factors: adjusting to a new system, playing with more talent around him, and working under a different coach. But perhaps the biggest factor was something Dame himself spoke about during the season. With trade rumors hanging over him all summer, Lillard didn't prepare as intensely in the offseason due to the fear of injury, leaving him in the worst shape he's been heading into a season. This lack of preparation impacted his early performances and likely contributed to his struggles adjusting to his new role in Milwaukee. For much of the season, the Bucks' offense and defense were underwhelming. They struggled against weaker teams, regularly allowing over 100 points and losing games that should have been easy wins. The chemistry and execution simply weren't there. Following the All-Star break, the Bucks made a drastic move by firing head coach Adrian Griffin despite having a strong 30-13 record. The decision reflected the organization's belief that many of these issues stemmed from coaching, as the team's lack of consistency on both ends of the floor didn't align with their potential. It was a sign that Milwaukee knew they needed a change to get back on track as championship contenders. The Bucks brought in championship coach Doc Rivers, but it still wasn't enough. Another major reason for the Bucks' struggles last season was their lack of depth. The trade that brought in Damian Lillard saw the team lose one of their key pieces, Jrue Holiday, arguably the best perimeter defender in the league. Without Holiday, the Bucks didn't have anyone capable of guarding the perimeter at an elite level, and this caused their defense to drop significantly. They went from being one of the league's top defensive teams to one of the worst for a stretch, which was a major decline from previous seasons. Additionally, former head coach Adrian Griffin incorporated younger players into his rotations, leading to inconsistency on both ends of the floor. When Doc Rivers took over after Griffin's dismissal, the rotations shifted again, making it difficult for players to settle into their roles. This constant reshuffling only added to the team's lack of cohesion, contributing to their struggles in finding stability and rhythm throughout the season and led to an early playoff exit. Heading into next season, the Bucks are looking to build on last year's experience, starting with their coaching. With a full offseason to work with head coach Doc Rivers, the team will have the chance to establish chemistry and fully understand his system. This extended time together will allow the players to grasp how Doc likes to play and give him a clearer idea of how to optimize lineups, instead of making adjustments mid-season. Damian Lillard will also have the benefit of a proper offseason, coming off one of his more challenging seasons in recent times. Free from distractions, he'll have the opportunity to build on last year's performance. Dame, Giannis, and Doc Rivers will have ample time to develop a cohesive offensive strategy that maximizes Dame's scoring ability and Giannis' dominant presence. Even if Lillard doesn't return to his peak form, these factors should allow him to play more efficiently and effectively within the system. This could lead to a highly productive season for both him and the Bucks. As for Giannis, he continues to elevate his game each year. Despite averaging an incredible 30 points and 11 rebounds per game on 60% shooting last season, something never done before in NBA history, he somehow still feels underrated. With early playoff exits in recent years adding fuel to his fire, Giannis is poised to enter next season with a chip on his shoulder and something to prove. Chris Middleton, the Bucks' third star, showed flashes of his prime form during last season's playoffs, averaging 25 points on excellent efficiency after recovering from injury. With a full, healthy offseason to prepare, he's set to be one of the best complementary players in the league next season. The Bucks have also retained key role players like Brook Lopez and Bobby Portis, while bolstering their depth by adding Delon Wright, Taurean Prince, and Gary Trent Jr. Delon Wright brings the toughness needed from a backup guard, while Prince provides size and floor spacing. The most exciting addition, however, is Gary Trent Jr. He's an elite shooter and a defensive asset at the shooting guard position, which fills a crucial need for the Bucks. Trent's on a one-year deal, so he'll be eager to prove his value to a championship contender, which can only benefit Milwaukee. Young pieces like AJ Green, who showed last year he can be a valuable rotation piece with his shooting and defensive effort, will only get better with more time and experience. The Bucks are set to be a powerhouse next season with a full offseason to build chemistry under head coach Doc Rivers, allowing the team to fully understand his system and optimize their lineups. Damian Lillard will have the opportunity to bounce back from a challenging season. Giannis, coming off a historic season, is motivated to prove himself after recent playoff disappointments, while Chris Middleton is expected to regain his prime form after recovering from injury. With key role players like Brook Lopez and Bobby Portis staying on board, and the addition of valuable assets, the Bucks have bolstered their depth and versatility, making the Bucks a formidable and well-rounded team ready for a big season. That wraps up why the Bucks are a team to watch next season. There's a lot to be excited about. Expect a more cohesive and dangerous Bucks squad ready to make a deep playoff run. If you think we missed anything important or want us to talk about another team in the future, let us know in the comments. If you made it this far, remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.